Good morning, students. Welcome to Teleeducation classes. So, how are you doing? All right. So, let's get started with our class today. So, tell me, what do you see in the first frame here? Yes, just like you, this girl is also going to school, right? Okay. Whether she is going to school or whether she is coming back from school, let's see. Okay. Now, so we see that she has, all right, as I told you, she has come back from her school, right? So her mother asks, Sumi, what did you learn in school today? Sumi, তুমি আজকে স্কুলে কি শিখেছো? Okay, this is what her mother asks her. She replies, Ma, I learned how to describe a person. Okay, so I learned how to describe a person. একজন মানুষের কিভাবে বর্ণনা দিতে হয় সেটা আমি আজকে স্কুলে শিখেছি। Clear? Okay. Now, oh, who taught you that? ঠিক আছে? So the mother is asking, oh, who taught you that? কে তোমাকে এটা শেখালো? Okay, who taught you that? Now she says, Neela ma'am taught us. We understood it. So Neela ma'am taught them in school how to describe a person and all of them understood it. Right? Okay. So now look at this conversation again. Okay, just take a quick look and then let's see what are we going to highlight from this conversation. Okay, so we are highlighting did. What did you learn in school today? So did. Then we are highlighting learned. I learned. I learned how to describe a person. So did, learned, then taught. Who taught you? Okay. Now again taught. So can you guess the tense of these sentences? তোমরা কি guess করতে পারবে যে এই sentences গুলো কোন tense এ আছে? Can you guess the tense of these sentences? Any idea? Okay, so let's forward and let's see. So taught, then understood. Okay, so did, learned, taught, understood. Okay, these are the words that we have highlighted. Now, time expressing an action that has happened or existed before now. So this is an expression which suggests that the action is over. Okay, we understood it. When we are done understanding, she understood. বোঝা, তো বোঝাটা আমার আগেই হয়ে গেছে, we are done, আমাদের আগেই বোঝা হয়ে গেছে, ঠিক আছে? নীলা ম্যাম taught us, taught কি টেন্স, past tense, done, অ্যাকশনটা হয়ে গেছে, পড়ানো হয়ে গেছে। ওকে, so what is this tense called? This tense is called past tense, right? So we are going to discuss and learn and talk about past tense today. Okay, so what is past tense? Past tense is a time expressing an action that has happened or existed before now. Okay, so that has happened already in the past. Okay, done in the past, and that has existed before that. Clear? Okay, now let's look at some examples. I did my homework yesterday. Okay, I did my homework yesterday. So we are going to highlight yesterday. So I did my homework yesterday. Okay, then it is did, D-I-D. So I did my homework yesterday, did. All right, then, all right, before moving forward, let's take up this particular question, the first question of the day. Look at the question carefully. The question says, we dash a TV set last month. So choose the best option. So what is it here? You are given a sentence. Okay, so you are given a sentence in front of you and there is a blank in the sentence. So you have to choose the correct option or the appropriate option or the best option from the 4 options given to you. Clear? Is that clear to you? কি বলছে? বলছে একটা সেন্টেন্স দেওয়া আছে, সেন্টেন্সের মধ্যে একটা ব্ল্যাঙ্ক আছে, সেন্টেন্সটা হচ্ছে we dash a TV set last month. So সেই সেন্টেন্সের যে ব্ল্যাঙ্কটা আছে সেই ব্ল্যাঙ্কে কোন শব্দটা অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েটলি বসবে ওটা তোমাদেরকে সিলেক্ট করতে হবে। ক্লিয়ার? Okay, so your time starts now. Give me your responses. We dash a TV set last month. Okay, so we dash a TV set last month. So which option do you think is the correct option out of the 4 options given? Okay, think and give your responses. চিন্তা করে উত্তর দাও, ভালো করে অপশনগুলো পড়ো, পড়ে উত্তরটা দাও। কি মনে হচ্ছে কি হবে? Okay, very good, go ahead. All right, okay, very good. So the correct response is option C. যারা যারা option C select করেছো, very good. So we bought a TV last month. We bought a TV last month. এটা কোন tense? Which tense is it? It is past tense. যারা যারা অপশন বি সিলেক্ট করেছো, বাইট, বাই তো হয়, বাইট তো হয় না, বাই প্রেজেন্ট টেন্স, বাই এর পাস্ট টেন্স হচ্ছে বট। ওকে, যারা অপশন এ সিলেক্ট করেছো ডিড বাই ওখানে হবে না, উই ডিড বাই এ টিভি লাস্ট মান্থ, রং। সো অপশন সি, we bought a TV set last month. Clear? Okay. So let's move ahead and look up. Now what is it? This is a market, right? A vegetable market. Now let's see what is the man doing. He is carrying eggs maybe. Oh, he is carrying potatoes. Okay. So look, Shalini, I bought 3 kilos of potatoes. Okay. Acha. Now, what does Shalini say? Shalini said, really? Weren't they expensive? Okay, then Shalini says, oh my God, really? Aren't they expensive? To this, let's see what Ravi says. Ravi says, no, they cost me rupees 20 a kilo, so I bought 3 kilos. Okay, so they cost me rupees 20 a kilo, so I bought 3 kilos. Now, so again, let's look at the conversation and let's highlight our focus. So what are we going to highlight? We are going to highlight bought. I bought 3 kilos of potatoes. The past tense of, right, buy. Now we are going to focus on weren't, okay, or were not. Okay, weren't they expensive? So we are going to focus on were not, the past tense of are not, right? And then tell me, what are you going to focus on again? Yes, very good. Cost, okay, they cost me rupees 20 a kilo, and again bought, the past tense of buy. So cost, you see, the past tense of cost is also cost. You cannot say costed, okay? So this is again cost only, cost, okay? Clear? Right. Now, so now let's look at this table, the past and present tense of the different helping or auxiliary verbs. Okay, so is or am, is বা am যদি থাকে, যদি present tense এ is বা am থাকে, সেটা past tense এ কি হয়? If it is or am in the present tense, what will it be in the past tense? Past tense এ কি হবে সেটা? Past tense এ হবে এটা was. Okay, is or am in present tense gets transformed to was in the past tense. Clear? ওকে, তারপরে যদি প্রেজেন্ট টেন্সে আর থাকে, একটু আগে বললাম প্রেজেন্ট টেন্সে আর থাকলে পাস্ট টেন্সে কি হবে? ইফ ইউ হ্যাভ আর ইন দ্য প্রেজেন্ট টেন্স, what will be the past tense of are? Yes, very good. It is were, right? We just read weren't. If the what is the present, if the present tense is do or does, what is the past tense? Do, does এর present tense যদি do does হয়, past tense কি হবে? Yes, it is did, right? Do or does in the past it becomes did. Clear? Okay. Now, has or have in the past tense becomes, tell me, has or have? Yes, it becomes had, right? So is, am becomes was, are becomes were, do, does becomes did, has, have becomes had. Clear? Okay. Now let's look at the, again similarly, let's look at the present and past tense of different main verbs. These were the auxiliary verbs, okay? Auxiliary verbs or the helping verbs as we call it. Now let's look at the main verbs. Suppose teach. So what is the past tense of teach? Teach ki hobe? Change hoye? Teach hobe? Yes, teach will be taught, right? Teach will be taught. Now let's look at this word, buy. Buy, the past tense of buy is? Yes, very good. It is bought, right? The past tense of buy is bought. Then, what is the past tense of happen? What is the past tense of happen? Happen? Yes, it is happened, right? It is happened. And then, what is the past tense of understand? Understand? We just read in the beginning of our class. What is it? Yes, this is understood, right? So teach, taught, buy, bought, happen, happened, ed, understand, understood. Clear? Okay. Now, so let's take up the question, the second question of the day. Let's see. The past tense form of the verb sick. Okay, so what the question is, what is the past tense of the word sick? Sick শব্দটার past tense কি? SWK. So out of the four option, you have to find out what is the past tense of the word sick. Sick শব্দটার মানে বোঝো? Sick শব্দটার মানে হচ্ছে কি search, কিছু খোঁজা. Clear? So, চারটা অপশনের মধ্যে out of the 4 options given to you, which option is the best option or the correct option as in the past tense of the word seek? Clear? The question is clear to you, I hope. Okay, so your time starts now. Give me your responses. So, which option do you think is the correct option? Seek শব্দটার past tense কি? উত্তর দাও, সময় শুরু হয়ে গেছে। Give me your responses. Your time's started and time is going to get over. Okay, very good. All right, very good. Those who haven't responded, give me your responses quickly. Your time's going to get over very soon. All right, okay. Okay, very good. So the correct response is, all of you have given the correct answer. The correct response is option B, sought. Okay, option B, sought. Option C, seek হবে না, seek এর past tense sought. This কেন? Option B তো correctই আছে, তো none of this হবে না। তো option B, sought is the correct option. So the past tense of the word seek, which means search, is sought. Clear? Okay, very good class. You are doing very well today. Okay, now let's solve this exercise. Okay, so these are two friends, Ramu and Shamu. Okay, now some sentences will follow. Let's see. Hey Ramu, dash you watched the cricket match between Sri Lanka and India yesterday? So the verb is do. So how are you going to change the verb do into past tense? Okay, do যে শব্দটা আছে, do শব্দটাকে past tense এ চেঞ্জ করলে কি হবে? Hey Ramu, dash you watched the cricket match between Sri Lanka and India yesterday? কি হবে? Yes, it is did. Right. So the past tense of do is did. Did you watch the cricket match between Sri Lanka and India yesterday? Okay. Now, Shamu says, yes, I did. It dash a thrilling match. Yes, I did. I did. Which tense? Past tense. It was a dash match. So the verb is, right? So how are we going to change is ke past tense কিরকম change করবে? কি হবে change করলে? It, yes, very good. It was a thrilling match, right? Okay. Next. Now Shramu says, oh really? Who dashed the match? The verb is win. Win. Win শব্দটাকে past tense এ change করো, who dashed the match? Win শব্দটা past tense এ change করলে কি হবে? Who? Yes, very good. Win change করলে হয় won, right? So who won the match? Oh really? Who won the match? Right? Okay. Now Shamu says, of course, India won the match. Of course, who else but India won the match, right? Okay. Now Ramu says, I couldn't watch it because I dash in my aunt's house. Okay. I couldn't watch it because I dash in my aunt's house. I couldn't watch it because I dash in my aunt's house. Again, is. So how are you going to change is? Is into yes. Is into was, right? I couldn't watch it because I was in my aunt's house. I was in my aunt's house, right? Okay. Now, what did you do there? Okay, now Shamu asks Ramu, what did you do there? You see again, it is did, past tense. We dash my little brother's birthday, celebrate. তো কি হবে? We dash my little brother's birthday. ব্র্যাকেটে হচ্ছে গিয়ে কি? Celebrate. তো কি লিখবে? We dash my little brother's birthday. We, yes, very good. We celebrated. Okay, ed. We celebrated my little brother's birthday. Clear? Okay. তাহলে তো সেলিব্রেটেড পাস্ট টেন্স জানলাম আমরা কি? সেলিব্রেটেড, তাই তো? আচ্ছা। My aunt dash a beautiful party for him. Organize. তো organize এর past tense কি হবে? What is the past tense for organize? What is it? My aunt dash a beautiful party for him. My aunt, yes, the past tense of organize is organized, right? So my aunt organized a beautiful party for him. Clear? Okay, so the past tense is organized, right? We dash ourselves, enjoy. So past tense of enjoy, we dash ourselves, we enjoyed, right? ed. So we enjoyed ourselves. Clear? So you understood how this goes? Okay. Now, Shamu says, that's nice, but you dash a great match. Okay? But you dash a great match. The verb is miss, M-I-S-S. But you dash a great match. The verb is miss. So M-I-S-S. Miss এর past tense কি হবে? But you? Yes, very good. You missed a great match. Clear? So you understood how this goes? Okay. Now, so let's take up the question, the third question of the day. Let's see. To express an action that existed before now, we use. So we use which tense? Okay, this is the question. To express an action that existed before now, okay. Use kori to express an action that existed before now. So you have four options in front of you, A, B, C, and D. Pretty sure. So your time starts now. Give me your responses. Okay, go ahead. To express an action that existed before now, যেটা এখনের আগে exist করতো, মানে এখন আগে exist করতো, কোন tense, right? So your time started. Go ahead and give me your responses. All right, very good. Very ahead. If anybody hasn't responded, respond quickly. Okay, very good. Go ahead. All right. So here all of you have given the correct answer, and the correct answer is option B. Past tense, right? Past tense shows an action that existed before now. Action which is already complete now. Okay? Now let's read this particular story. What is the story? Let's go. Once there lived a farmer. He stored all his grains in a storeroom. A large group of mice started feasting on the grains. When the farmer saw this, he bought a cat. He wanted to drive away all the mice and protect his grains. Okay, so what is the story? So you understood the story. So একটা farmer ছিল, তার একটা store house ছিল যেখানে সে তার চাল ডাল ধান রাখতো। হঠাৎ কি হলো, একটা একদল ইঁদুর তার ফার্মে ঢুকে গেল, ঢুকে তার যত চাষবাস ছিল সব খেয়ে ফেলছিল। তখন সে কি করলো, সে একটা বেড়াল কিনলো। বেড়ালটা কেন কিনলো? কারণ ইঁদুর বেড়ালকে ভয় পায়, তো ওই বেড়ালটা কিনলো কারণ বেড়ালটা কি জানো, ইঁদুরগুলোকে তাড়িয়ে দেওয়ার জন্য। ঠিক আছে, আচ্ছা, আর ওর ধান বাঁচানোর জন্য। So that is the story. Now let's look at the figure out the past tense verbs from it. So once there lived, ed, okay, then stored, he stored all his grains in a storeroom. So stored, ed again. A large group of mice started, okay. Then when the farmer saw, past tense of see, so, right, he bought a cat. Buy, bought, right. He past tense wanted, he wanted to drive away all the mice and protect his grains. Now what is the present tense of this? So lived, the present tense is leave, right? You know this. The stored or bought, what is the present tense of bought? The present tense of bought is buy. Yes, very good. Now what is the present tense of stored? Stored, yes, it is stored, right? Okay, then what is the present tense of wanted? Wanted, want, right? Okay, then what is the present tense of started? Started, start, right? Very good. And then what is the present tense of saw? It is see, right? So you see, lived, live, bought, buy, stored, store, wanted, want, started, start, and saw, see, right? Okay, so now let's see the past tense forms of these words. So what is cross? What is the past tense of cross? The past tense of cross will be, what is it? The past tense of cross will be crossed, right? Okay, then what is the past tense of walk? Walk, what is the past tense of walk? It will be, yes, very good, it will be walked, ed, right? Okay, then what is the past tense of talk? Talk past tense, the past tense of talk is, what is the past tense? Very good, it is talked. Clear? Okay, so you see we have used ed. So cross, crossed, walked, walk. So everywhere you see there is an ed added to the word, right? Okay, so what is the past tense of store now? Past tense of store, the past tense of store will be stored, right? Okay, again you see ed. Past tense of lived will be, live will be lived, again ed. Okay, and then what is the past tense of change? Change will be changed. Very good. So this is how we form the past tense of this: walked, talked, stored, lived, changed. Right? Okay. So now let's take this question. That is the fourth question. Let's see. We dash him yesterday. So, and the two words given to you are not call. So we dash him yesterday, not call. So what do you think is the correct option here? Okay, so what is did you understand the question? The question is, there is a sentence given to you and there is a blank in the sentence. So what you have to do is, you have to figure out the appropriate option or the best option out of the four options given to you. You have to figure out the best option which matches the sentence, which matches the blank. Clear? কোশ্চেনটা বুঝলে? কোশ্চেনটা বলছে কি, এটা সেন্টেন্স দেওয়া আছে, we dash him yesterday, তো থেকে কি করতে হবে, এই সেন্টেন্সটার মধ্যে একটা ব্ল্যাঙ্ক আছে, সো সেই ব্ল্যাঙ্কে কোন অপশন, চারটা অপশনের মধ্যে কোন অপশনটা অ্যাপ্রোপ্রিয়েট অপশন হবে সেই ব্ল্যাঙ্কের জন্য, সেটাই তোমাকে ফাইন্ড আউট করতে হবে, সেটাই ইউ হ্যাভ টু ফিগার আউট। ক্লিয়ার? সো your time starts. Now look at all the four options carefully and then give me your response. Okay, so go ahead and give me your response. Which option do you think is the correct option here? Go ahead. We dash him yesterday. We dash him yesterday, not call. So which option is the correct option? Okay, go ahead. You remember, it is mentioned yesterday. So yesterday means which tense? Yes, it is past tense, right? So what is going to be the answer? All right, okay. Okay, the correct answer is option C. We did not call him yesterday. We did not call him yesterday. Option C, past tense. Those who have opted for option A or B, it's wrong. Why? Because option A, we do not call him yesterday, do not call the present tense, but the sentence is in past tense. It is talking about yesterday. So option A, wrong option. And option B as well, not called. We not called him yesterday, not matching. There is no auxiliary or helping verb, right? So option C, we did not call him yesterday, is the correct answer. Clear? So those who opted for option C, that is the correct option. Clear? Okay, so now let's move ahead with our class and see. So again, just like yours, they are in a classroom, right, in a school. So what are they talking about? Let's see. What are you going to do this Sunday, Ravi? He says, I think I shall stay back at home and watch cricket. আমি ঘরে থাকবো এবং ঘরে থেকে আমি খেলা দেখবো, ক্রিকেট দেখবো। Now he asks, what will you do, Swati? Now let's see what Swati replies. Swati says, I'm not sure. Either I shall go to my uncle's place or I shall visit a temple with my family. Okay, so Swati says that either I will go to my uncle's place or maybe I will visit a temple with my family. Okay, go and visit a temple. Okay, now he says, what about your music class? Okay, now let's see what Swati says. Swati says, this Sunday I shall not attend my music class. Okay, now, so we have seen this conversation. Now let's see what are the things that we are going to pick up from the conversation, right? So let's see. So I shall stay back at home. I shall. Okay, then I shall go to my uncle's place. Again, we are going to focus on which word? We are going to focus on shall, right? Then what do we have in store? I shall visit a temple with my family. Again, it's shall, right? So what does shall suggest? We use shall or will to talk about future events, events that are going to happen in future. Past tense means something which has already happened, যেটা already আগে হয়ে গেছে. Future tense is the suggests events that are going to happen in future, যেটা ভবিষ্যতে ঘটতে যাচ্ছে. Okay, so that is going to happen in future. Now, so let's take up the fifth question before moving forward. Tell me, which sentence is in the future tense? So you have four options, that is in the form of four sentences in front of you. So out of the four sentences in four options, which sentence do you think is in future tense? চারটা অপশনের মধ্যে যে চারটা সেন্টেন্স আছে, সেই চারটা সেন্টেন্সের মধ্যে কোন সেন্টেন্সটা ফিউচার টেন্সে সেটা তোমাকে ফিগার আউট করতে হবে, সেটা তোমাদেরকে সিলেক্ট করতে হবে. ক্লিয়ার? ইউ গট দিস? ওকে, সো ইয়োর টাইম স্টার্টস now. You give me your responses. Go ahead and tell me, which sentence do you think is in future tense? Okay, think and respond. ভালো করে পড়ো বারবার. Look at each and every sentence carefully. ভালো করে পড়ো বারবার and then respond. Okay? All right, go ahead. Think and response. Give your response. Okay? Chalo. Okay, all right. Now the correct answer is option, those who opted for option B, that is the correct option. They will go to the park tomorrow. আমরা এখনই পড়লাম shall বা will থাকলে আমরা সেটাকে future tense বলি. এখন they will go to the park tomorrow, এটা তো future tense. They will go to the tomorrow, কালকে যাবে, ফিউচারে হবে. তাহলে অপশন বি কারেক্ট অপশন, রাইট? যারা যারা অপশন এ বা সি সিলেক্ট করেছো, ইটস রং. লুক এট অপশন সি. হি হ্যাজ অলরেডি ফিনিশড হিজ হোমওয়ার্ক. হি হ্যাজ অলরেডি ফিনিশড হিজ হোমওয়ার্ক, দ্যাট ইজ পাস্ট টেন্স, মানে কাজ হয়ে গেছে. তো অপশন সি হচ্ছে না. লুক এট অপশন এ. শি ইজ ইটিং লাঞ্চ রাইট নাও, মানে এখন খাচ্ছে, এখন করছে কাজটা, সেটা হচ্ছে কি প্রেজেন্ট টেন্স. अगेन অপশন সি, অপশন এ ইজ আ রং অপশন, রাইট? So option B, they will go to the park tomorrow, is the correct option. This is a sentence of future tense, right? Okay. Now, so this Sunday I shall not attend my music class. So we are again focusing on the conversation. So shall not. Okay, again I shall not go to school next week. So shall not, it shall not rain tomorrow. So shall or shall not, again, is also suggests future tense. We use shall or will to make a negative statement with about the future, right? Okay. Now, let's take this question. What is the correct future tense form of the verb to eat in the third person singular? Okay. Kichui na, the question is very easy. The question is, if you to eat tense, যদি টু ইট এই কথাটাকে ফিউচার টেন্স যদি বলতে হয়, দেন কি করে বলবে? ক্লিয়ার? দ্যাট ইজ দ্য কোয়েশ্চন. ভেরি সিম্পল. হাউ উইল ইউ সে টু ইট in the future tense? Clear? Okay, so you have four options in front of you, right? So go ahead and your response. Your time starts now. Give me your responses. If you have to say the word to eat in future tense, how are you going to say this? Okay, so go ahead and tell me. In future tense, I am telling you again and again, future tense কি করে বলবে? Future tense, ঠিক আছে? Go ahead. বলো. Okay? All right. Okay. Right. So most of you have given the correct answer, and the correct answer is option A. Will eat. Will আছে. সহজ, বারবার বলছি, will shall থাকলেই সেটা হচ্ছে future tense. So will eat. Option A. Correct option. Okay. Option C and option D, those who opted for, it's wrong. Eating তো continuous tense. এটা past, present, future যেটাই হতে পারে. And ate is past tense. So option A, will eat, is the correct option suggesting future tense. Right? Okay. Now in future tense, if we have to talk about a positive statement, we use shall or will. Right? But if we have to talk about a negative statement in future tense, we use shall not or will not. Like, look at these examples. যখন আমরা negative statement বলতে চাই, তখন আমরা shall not বা will not বলি. যেমন I shall not do my homework. Okay? It shall not rain today. He will not pass the examination. তারপরে it will not rain today. So যখন positive তখন শুধু shall, যখন negative বলতে যাই তখন shall not বা will not. Clear? Okay. Now let's see what do we have next for us. Choose the correct future tense form of the verb study in the second person singular. Again, very easy. Don't get confused with the question. The question is very easy. The question is, how are you going to say the word study in future tense? ঠিক আছে? Future tense এ study কথাটা কি করে বলবে সেটাই হচ্ছে কোয়েশ্চেনটা। বুঝলে? Is there any confusion about the question? I guess no. So the question is very easy. The question is, how are you going to say study in future tense? Future tense এ study কথাটা কি করে বলবে? Clear? So you have four options in front of you, right? So go ahead and give me your response. Your time starts now. Go ahead and give me your responses. How are you going to um, use the word study in future tense, right? Okay, go ahead and tell me. Okay, very good. Very good. Go ahead. Those who haven't responded, give me your responses quickly. Very good. Okay. All right. So the correct response is very good. Option C, will study. Right. Very good. So this makes me sure that you have understood what is future tense. So will study. Will study টা হচ্ছে গিয়ে correct option. ঠিক আছে, যারা স্টাডিং দিয়েছো আবার বলছে স্টাডিংটা কন্টিনিউয়াস, আইএনজি মানে হচ্ছে কন্টিনিউয়াস, তো কন্টিনিউয়াস তো পাস্ট প্রেজেন্ট ফিউচার যে কোনোটাতেই থাকতে পারে, তাই তো? অপশন বি ইজ স্টাডিড, তো স্টাডিড ইজ পাস্ট টেন্স ইডি, সো দ্য কারেক্ট option C, will study. Clear? Okay. Now let's understand the use of the word will. Use of will to question. So if you have to make question using the word will, how are we going to make it? Will you have some cake? Okay. Then how are you going to make it? So will you have some cake? Then we are going to say, for example, will you come tomorrow? Are you coming? Will you come to school tomorrow? Okay. Will you come to my house tomorrow? Will you come to my birthday party tomorrow? Now, will it rain this evening? Will it rain this evening? Okay. So these are all examples of sentences will to make a question, to form a question, right? Okay. Now let's look at this question. In which of the following sentences is the future tense not used? In which of the following sentences is the future tense not used? ঠিক আছে? You understood the question? So you have four sentences in front of you. So in which of these sentences sorry, we have not used the future tense? কোন সেন্টেন্সে ফিউচার টেন্সটা ইউজ হয়নি? চারটা সেন্টেন্স আমার সামনে দেওয়া আছে, এই চারটা সেন্টেন্সেসের মধ্যে কোন সেন্টেন্সে ফিউচার টেন্সটা ইউজ হয়নি, that you have to find out. বুঝলে? You understood this? I hope. Okay, so your time starts now. You read each and every question, each and every option very carefully, each and every sentence very carefully, and then see in which of these sentences future tense has not been used. Okay, not been used. Read all the sentences carefully, read and then answer. কোন সেন্টেন্সে ফিউচার টেন্স ইউজ হয়নি, বারবার বলছি ইউজ হয়নি, ঠিক আছে? মানে কোন সেন্টেন্সটা ফিউচার টেন্সে না। ক্লিয়ার? ওকে, চলো, থিঙ্ক এন্ড গিভ মি ইউর রেসপন্স। সবাই চিন্তা করো, চিন্তা করে প্রত্যেকটা সেন্টেন্স ভালো করে পড়ো, পড়ে তারপর উত্তরটা দাও। অলরাইট? ওকে, ওকে, সো দ্য কারেক্ট অপশন ইজ অপশন সি। আমি বারবার বলছি যে কোন সেন্টেন্সে ফিউচার টেন্সটা ইউজ হয়নি, মানে কোন সেন্টেন্সটা ফিউচার টেন্সে না, দ্যাট ইজ অপশন সি। হি ইজ রাইটিং আ now, so that is present tense, right? So this is not future tense, so option C is the correct. Rest all the options are in future tense. When I am meeting my friend at the cafe tomorrow, the future tense. The train will arrive at 6 p.m. will arrive, future tense. We will be visiting our grandparents next month, future tense. So A, B and D are in future tense. Only option C is not in future tense, it is in present tense. That is why option C is the correct option. Clear? Okay. Now So let's see, we have understood about the use of will. Now let's see where we use won't. Won't is the short form of will not. We know this, right? Okay. So how do we write? Just look at it once again. So will plus not, we use it as, right? Okay. Now let's see. So let's look at some examples. I won't lie means I will not lie. So will not ke amra short e likhchi I won't. I won't lie. We won't forget your birthday. Okay, it won't rain today, right? Raj won't pass the test. He has not studied at all. So in all these sentences with won't we mean will not. I will, it will not rain today. Raj will not pass the test. Okay, clear? Now, so now let's take up this particular exercise. Let's see. Change the sentences into questions using will. The sentences there will follow and you have to change them into question sentences. As you know, these are interrogative sentences using the will শব্দটাকে ইউজ করে এই সব সেন্টেন্সেস গুলোকে কি করতে লাগবে কোয়েশ্চেন সেন্টেন্সে ট্রান্সফর্ম করতে লাগবে ক্লিয়ার সো প্রিয়া will clean the house this week Priya will clean the house this week now frame a question out of this sentence using the word will so Priya will clean the house this week what is it yes will Priya clean the house this week right so will Priya clean the house this week next Shomiran will come home at 6 p.m. So Shomiran will come home at 6 p.m. So frame a question using will. How are you going to tell this? Shomiran will come home at 6 p.m. Yes. Will Shomiran come home at 6 p.m.? So this is how we frame questions, right? Arvind will lend you the money for shopping. Arvind will lend you the money for shopping. Frame say question using will. Will Arvind lend you the money for shopping? Right. Okay. Next. He will win the race tomorrow. He will win the race. How are you going to say this? Will he win the race tomorrow? Will he win the race tomorrow? Sanjay will be on a holiday tomorrow. Sanjay will be on a holiday. How are you going to frame this? Will Sanjay be on a holiday tomorrow? Right. Okay. So with this, we have come to the end of our class today almost so we are into the last segment that is the feedback part so before responding to this particular question just remember what we studied today in our talked about two tenses past tense and future tense we have seen and saw a lot of examples and exercises so I hope this will help you to remember the use of past tense and future tense from now onwards right having said this your time starts kindly give me your responses anything and everything that you wish to convey to me about the class today you can do that through this feedback questions please go ahead and give me your responses okay all right okay all right so thank you very much we have come to the end of our class today we will meet again very soon in our next class with something to learn about and talk about till then keep reading and keep learning thank you so much